All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lampy28. It's going to be your main caster for tonight's 2022 Summer Showdown. We are in week number 4, Resurgence versus Raptors, and tonight I have co-casting with me none other than GT for you to view. Here once again with me, GT. Say hello to the world.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, thank you for joining me tonight, GT. Do appreciate it very much. It's always great to have you.
Pleasure being here.
And tonight, Resurgence versus Raptors. We should have a great battle on our hands here tonight, GT. I mean, these are two teams that Raptors obviously been showing the world what they can do the last couple of seasons and a couple of years, taking home a couple world championship titles. And Resurgence, a new formed team, got a lot of talent on the team, and they should be putting up one heck of a fight tonight.
Man, I am super excited about this matchup. When I heard you were doing it, I had to jump on it. I know a few of the guys on Raptors, Resurgence. I've played with most of them, so it should be a good matchup tonight.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Here in the Summer Showdown, we're in week number 4, and let's see. This week we have for our very first map, which is the map's already chosen beforehand, so it's best of 2 maps. But if we do have a tie on map wins, then we go to a map 3 decider. And first map tonight is going to be Subway, and tonight's theme is going to be mostly the dark maps. It's going to be nighttime type of maps, darker maps, so it's going to be excited to see. I believe we're going to have a little sea storm thrown in there as well, so custom map, very large in scale, and exciting to watch. So I'm excited to see sea storm as we go into map number 2 later. But we're going to start on map number 1, and we are starting on Subway. Let's get into that live view so we can check out the lineups tonight. Here on the Raptor side, going to be starting with Distorted, Messino, Marksman, Soldiers, and Rypick. Very common starting lineup for those guys. And on the Resurgent side, Scope, God of Shinobi, Rambo, Ree, and Chowie. And looks like everybody is in the lobby, and we should be getting started here very shortly, as everybody just got in a few seconds ago. But Subway, good old Subway, GT. A favorite of yours? Do you like it, not like it? What's your thoughts?
Subway is always a favorite for veterans. It's changed a lot too.
Yep.
Yes, it has. And man, Subway is one of those maps where it requires a lot of great teamwork, and it requires a lot of utility. This is not a one-on-one type of map, like an individual play style type of map. You are going to get destroyed if you think you're the all-star and everybody's playing by themselves. Not going to work out very well.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of spots to hide. You got to check all those corners and so many angles.
And shots ringing out early here from Distorted as he is watching that basement. Smoke coming out, going to slow things down. Messino grabbing, Chowie there, and Ree and Soldiers do trade as well. And basement is, Red Room had a little bit of action there. As you can see, Shinobi, or Rambo on top of the step upstairs here, waiting for Distorted to make some movement. As they can hear each other's footsteps, and
Yeah.
that's one thing about Subway is the audio cues and the footsteps you can hear between floors, and there's just the audio just gets through everything. It's very frustrating at times. Sometimes it favors your side, and sometimes it's goes against what you're doing. There's no real sneaking around in Subway.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
As you can see, Rambo sitting right here next to Objective on the step upstairs. Objective right here. Scope and Shinobi both guarding the basement. As Messino is pushing through overpass, and looks like we have one coming from north, which would be Rypick. Marksman.
Yeah, I don't.
Go ahead.
Looks like Resurgence does not have anybody looking north, so I'm kind of surprised that they have 2 right there in the stairs.
Yeah, I am as well. And these 2 in the bottom are in the basement could be the distraction. Could, just sit here and bait these guys, and while somebody moves through the north, it gets maybe on that map cap. Shots come out distorted, and Rambo do trade as Rambo got a little bit impatient. He was tired of waiting, it seemed, and he went down for that kill. Does leave Raptors in a 3-2 advantage here. Nobody directly on objective, as we discussed. Scopez have that train car in the south protected as he can see the exit of that tunnel. Now, again, we have the north. Nobody's really watching, and Shinobi's in the basement. So all up to Scope really here to watch the north and to watch objective. Should be quite interesting to see how this is going to pan out here. Flash coming out. Possibly could have gotten Scope, as he does rotate a bit. Does look like lasers on Scope. Has been spotted out and called out. Flash coming out. Has slowed things down here for the objective push. But Messino looking for them shots. Everybody looking for Scope. And Shinobi finding Messino from the basement stairs. Right pick running into objective. Finds Scope. All down to one member left. Shinobi versus the two of these guys. Shinobi ducking down as shots were taken from right pick. Right pick moving forward. Gonna try to smoke out Shinobi. And smoke on him, but still has some visibility. Marksman can peek as Shinobi is leaving his spot and does get taken down by Rypick as round number 1 goes to Raptors here. Great first start.
Man, that was an excellent round right there.
Yes, it was.
I do believe the Resurgence, they probably should have had a little bit better coverage, definitely covering that north.
Yes. Can you still hear me, GT?
I just now heard you.
Okay.
My screen froze.
All right. Just getting a few things settings here. I lost my mic. There we go. Right. Head over to the scoreboard here, and we are going to give Raptors their first point as they take round number 1 here on Subway. Right, and Discord, try to get some predictions going for you guys. If you haven't already, use them prediction points as you can predict who is going to win map number 1 here. Is it going to be Resurgence? Is it going to be Raptors? Get that settled. What are you thinking here, GT?
Man, I'm going to go with Raptors tonight.
Yeah, Raptors, I've always shown to been a very tough team, especially on something like Subway, where there's a ton of planning, there's a ton of teamwork, and Resurgence, you know, it's a bunch of talented players, but they haven't been together as long as Raptors have, so that's the battle that's going to take place here is between the two. Is young, quick, as these guys are, but Raptors very organized, very, a lot of communication, and you know, have a lot of experience together as well for a couple of years now. See a heavy push here in the basement. All 5 players in the basement. Patiently waiting to see if they want to push this step upstairs, if they have anybody that's possibly one single shot coming out and giving away that position a bit. Was there a C4 or anything thrown? Right pick taking shots, looking for that pick across. And good smoke coming out from Resurgence. Soldiers finding scope. And Soldiers and Chowie trading there. Frag coming through. Good frag. Not going to hit anybody. And Shinobi finding right pick at the end. More shots ringing out. Scope finding the marksman in the basement as Ree and Scope are both pushing through. Distorted also here. And Ree seeing Distorted coming back around. And a two-piece kill there. Casino running back to objective as he is the last member up. Doesn't want to get picked. Oh, what a two-piece. What a push, man. And more than likely, he just wanted to go in there and possibly just die, right? You're at a 4v1. He knew there was going to be people in there. He doesn't want to give up the cap, and that's what happened here as Rapik running out in the open there. Or Messino running out in the open there, just making sure that that cap does not happen.
Yeah, that's correct. You do whatever you can to stop the other team from getting that extra point.
Right. All right. 1-1. What a battle. I mean, this is, more or less what we thought was going to happen. And early on, a lot of great plays. I mean, what a 5-man push there from Resurgence in the basement. Really just taking over that area and then slowly just pushing up. Rambo was the first one to come up through those stairs, just kind of going to be that guy that, hey, if I get killed, I get killed. If I get blown up with a C4, that's on me. He's being that spearhead per se.
Definitely. I don't think they expected a 5-man rush in the basement at all.
No, and those Ree and Scope both took the basement there and came through the bottom platform and took out any defenders that were down there as well. Beeps coming out as we are heading back into round number 3 here on Subway, and this is map number 1, folks. And we are changing things up to the South Stairs objective. Not hearing any comms. I thought I did earlier, then all of a sudden we lost them, so may have to fix that between maps. Early frag coming out and good defensive strategy from Resurgence as they are trying to push this. And M203 from Marksman grabbing Ree. Looks like Soldiers and Rypick are in the basement there in the bottom platform, mid platform, pushing through, maybe working their way to South Stairs. Got a Shinobi right next to the objective. Scope guarding those South Stairs as well on objective. And does look like Rambo and Chowie over by Sex Shop Alley controlling that. Good early start here from the Raptors as they took down 1. And this is, there's more of a quick spawn. And you're only a few corners away from objective. Subway is not that large, so there's not a lot of rotations that take too long. So you can move around a lot, you can be patient, you can clear angles, you can wait for someone to get aggressive. And that's what we're seeing from the Raptors here as they hold up in Sex Shop or in Chinatown.
Yeah, South OBJ is becoming one of my favorite ones along with the North OBJ.
Yeah, the North is always a ton of fun. Chowie just seeing Marksman here. And South is becoming, quite the aggressive one as well. It's tucked in, to right next to the staircase, just like North. And, that's always a surprise to some as you can start seeing the people on the mini map work their way towards the South. And just as I did that, Chowie picks up Marksman here in Sex Shop Alley. Good little angle there. Right, picking Soldiers being very cautious here. And shots coming out and Flash as well, but Distorted pushing that with utility. Rambo decides to react fast and grabs that kill. Messino trying to push here through Chowie. And Messino finding, or trying to use that flash push. Doesn't quite grab Chowie as he picks up that kill there. Scope taking shots down through the smoke onto South Stairs. Will there be a flash push on this one as well? Flash coming out. Another flash coming out. Right picking Soldier, still waiting patient. Scope firing through the smoke, picks up one. And can see the last one there as he does, and picks up a double onto South Stairs. What a play. What good pre-fire happened there. And Resurgence 4-up defense here on South Stairs. Oop, keep getting these backwards. Wow, what a defense there by Resurgence. I mean, Chowie held it down there in Sex Shop Alley, just sitting, you know, crouched behind that little T-post there by the stairs, and just picked off two, trying to push through Chinatown. And Scope grabbing two, you know, through the smoke there on the South Stairs. The South Stairs push didn't really get through. I don't think them flashes made it up high enough. They kept stopping short up on the stairs. I think they needed to get them up a little bit higher.
Yeah, definitely. If the smoke was up a little bit further on the stairs, I think they could have pushed a little bit better too.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were patient. I think once you throw the flashes, you got to keep pushing it. They threw the flashes and waited, and then there was possible chances of rotations at that point. But you're down to the last two. You're by yourself. There was not much else to do. I mean, you could have rotated as a group, but it looks like they were committed with the smoke throw and everything at that time.
Definitely.
And as we start round 4 here very shortly, the objective is going to stay in the same location as it does, giving each team the chance at offense and defense on the same spot. And the beeps are out. And I apologize as there's no in-game comms. Bit of a round reset there from the Raptors. It does look like somebody may have not readied up in time or wrong loadout. And what you saw there is the team, as you load in, can go ahead and, you know, there's a give up button on your controller. You can hit the give up button, and if everybody does that within the first 15 seconds of loading in, you can, you know, give up that start and restart with no penalty. It's something that can be used for mainly for emergencies only. You don't want to try to use that every round, obviously, and gather locations and, you know, waste time. It's kind of frowned upon, but it is there in them emergency situations, and we've all done it. We all had to do it. I'm bummed I can't hear audio right now. May have to just do it in between rounds, and so we can get it quicker than we'll later. And as you can tell, South Stairs objective. We got Rypick still going to stay on the stairs as Distorted and Marksman are going to push Sex Shop Alley. Soldiers quickly pushing up here onto the impossible trash can. Rambo coming through and peeking it, grabbing Soldiers. What a trade that was. Messino still here in another corner. Very meta corner. There's a lot of meta defenses on this one. There's not much else you can do to defend this but stick in the meta spots. And they work. But offenses are starting to find ways to counter that. Distorted pushed up aggressively here in defense, watching this backside as the shots are ringing out from the opposite side. Re-pushing. Will Soldiers hear these footsteps? He does hear the shots, and shots coming out from Distorted as he picks up Reach. Howie now here waiting, and smart move by Distorted. He is going to completely rotate, so not going to get into a firefight there with Chowie. Grab a kill, rotate, and you know, save your life basically for another spot. But now Chowie is going to be stuck watching that side. He has no idea if Distorted is going to pop back up. Does look like Distorted may make that rotation back up. Shots ringing out from Scope as he's trying to push this other side. Shots from Messino and Marksman. Chowie did find Distorted on that patient. Scope's fine. Marksman. And M203 comes out from Shinobi, but not before Messino gets that confirmation. Scope confirming on Messino as well. And we're down to 1 player versus 2 here. Rypick versus Scope and Chowie. Smoke's coming out to block Rypick's view. And Scope finding Rypick. And Resurgence taking a 3-1 lead here quickly on Subway. And let me just send everybody to an intermission real quick. Let me get these audio back in here before we get too far in the game.
That's for sure 1-6 alley.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we have audio now. Sorry about that delay. I had to restart on one real quick, but thought it was more important to get those comms in rather than we only missed what, 50 seconds, so that ain't too bad. And looks like we do have Chinatown objective this time around, as a majority of the group here, 3 of them trying to push through North Alley. Looks like they are shooting at a C4.
Yeah, but Marksman was already up there.
Shinobi sitting here close to objective, looking back towards North Alley in the darkness. Scope right next to the corner of Main Alley. And Shinobi taking shots at Rypick here. Scope finding Rypick from a distance. And M203 comes out, grabs Scope. Shinobi's still here. Shinobi's gonna peek it. And gunfight comes out. Revive does come out as well. And do we have a flash on objective? Should have gotten Scope as he does rotate back. And do we have a push from the opposite side yet? Does look like soldiers and crew are coming through. Chowie on that trash can. Shots ringing out as Chowie's sitting behind.
Holy fuck, I shot him 3 times in the body. How the fuck did
Marksman taking down Scope on objective. Shots ringing out from Chowie as well as he sits behind Captain America's trash can, the impossible trash can, and he gets another. Shots ringing out as Rambo's picking up Distorted, and we are down to a 1v2 quickly here on objective. And what a lot of great action we got going on. Marksman sitting back, staying slow and creeping. We might find Chowie. Unfortunately, Marksman has that MK18 without the foregrip now that he has used that HE frag. And that is one downfall of using that weapon with that HE frag is you lose that foregrip and might be looking for a different gun here. And that's what he does. He grabs a different rifle. Your accuracy does go down there with that no foregrip. Are you a fan of the HE frag or smoke there?
I used to be when it came out, and that's one of the reasons why I stopped using it. That recoil, man.
Yeah, it's tough to get used to.
Close range, maybe cargo, maybe suburbia, maps like that. But when you got to shoot across quite a distance, it doesn't help.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the bad thing about the HE frag, too, is if you shoot it too close, it doesn't ignite. So there is a proximity on it as well. So there's been a lot of times I've taken it on them small maps for that and then quickly realized, you know, half the time it doesn't blow up. And that nothing more aggravating than wasting that and then not be left with a foregrip as well. And rotation here from Marksman. I believe whoever was above him did hear those footsteps. Maybe Chowie? Heard some talking as Marksman was making that rotation. And all the time passed now, they got to know that Marksman has made some type of rotation. But being in Sex Shop Alley, there's 3 main alleys that do get into, or in Chinatown, 3 main alleys that do enter that. So, not really sure where people come from.
Can't specify whether that's north. I got -1 and 2, so we got what, Echo 2.
And Marksman with the big rotation did burn a good minute or so, minute and a half, as he is coming down through Sex Shop Alley. Rambo did call out footsteps around him. Good defensive setup here. Go ahead.
Nope, sorry, I was going to say Marksman's got less than a minute.
And Chowie. Chowie finding those kills on the Marksman as he pre-fires that lane and picks up another kill as Resurgence moving up 4-1 here on map number 1. Wow, and Resurgence really just, I mean, holding good angles here, it seems like, and just picking off the Raptors as they come through. A lot of good firefights coming out, and Resurgence, you know, have been winning those one-on-ones.
Yeah, the beginning of that round was really brutal. I liked it.
Yeah, a lot of action. Chowie really held things down there behind that trash can, and man, that spot is so hard to deal with. You know, there has to be utility because you can't try to kill somebody behind it. They can, you know, they can head peek it a little bit. They can just get their gun just above the trash can like Chowie did and stay mostly protected behind it, as you cannot shoot through that trash can, you cannot frag through it, nothing. That's a tough spot. So utility definitely has to come out on a corner like that. And we can take a look at that kill feed a little bit. Good spread on the Raptor side. You know, good 2, 3, 4 kills from everybody. And on the Resurgence side, Scope and Chowie both holding things down with 7 kills apiece on their end. And the others, you know, still 3, 4, and 2 kills apiece as well. And it looks like if we get through this round, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll see a North Stairs if Raptors can pull out a victory here on this round. take us to another round, another OBJ.
After the first engagement. See him. I didn't see him.
Yeah.
I was tired of fucking sliced. Like, one center mic. Scopey, you're coming with me.
Hug, bro.
Like, I entered this.
106, 8447.
All right, looks like.
Megdo guys, McDonald guy pushing down Sex Alley.
I'll hold the line on the.
Yeah, just
someone
yeah,
dribbles.
hold for Walmart guy there, and then fucking Megdo's gonna go on the left side.
Soldiers, man, soldiers with a great grenade as he picks up 2. Shinobi is down, gonna go for this revive.
Wrong guy. Watch out, there's a guy too. Brett, watch out, hold an angle.
Wow, what a good early start there from the Raptors as they pick up 1, but injure another, getting the revive and also losing 1 as well. So we are back at a 4v4 with 1 injured pretty well. Distorted on a good dumpster line here as Re and Scope are both trying to push this edge. Scope getting a peek on it.
Two on me.
Re finding right pick from one angle as Scope finding Distorted from another. And Re and Scope clearing this side out as things are opening up here for Resurgence now at a 4v2. Marksman holding an angle here, watching Sex Shop Alley as Messino has his back, looking towards the side. And Re finding Marksman again from that side on the step upstairs. Messino finding 1 all alone now on objective, getting pushed from Chowie and goes down as the pinch comes in. And Chowie taking down the last kill, bringing Resurgence up 5-1 here on map number 1. And that is it for Subway, folks. 5-1 Resurgence.
Man, Raptors came swinging out the gate, and Resurgence got those revives, and
Yeah, they
tables
did.
turned.
Yeah, Soldiers, great start with what looked like a frag over to that south stairs push. Got 1, was able to take down another while he got took down, but that revive came out and really turned things around. And we're going to be heading into map number 2 here very quickly as we are heading into Sea Storm. Now, I don't have Sea Storm as an option, but like before, we are still gonna have the score lines for it, just not the right name. But we are heading to Sea Storm. Have you gotten to play much Sea Storm?
Evo makes me play it all the time.
It's a fun map.
It is one of my favorites up there. One of the ones he did at the beginning.
Yeah, Sea Storm's got, I don't know how many different levels in it. I mean, there are platforms and levels all over the place.
That's why I like it.
Right. And if you did bets on map number 1, hopefully you picked the Resurgence side. But we are wasting no time, folks, as we are getting into map number 2 and heading into Sea Storm. We get a great overview here as you are on an oil platform. Multiple levels, as we talked about earlier. Lots of cover and lots of ways to attack. As getting to the defense here. Right pick early flashes out. Rambo making a very aggressive push all the way around the edge here. No one's really seen him. Marksman here should be hearing these footsteps and could not find Rambo as they are playing peekaboo around. And wow, what a trade comes out. Man, shots ringing out from Chowie as he is looking for another pick. Misses that shot.
Apparently they are.
Chowie, Re, and Scope all together here. Just above Right pick. Right pick's got to be hearing all these footsteps. Not sure where they're going to be coming from as Does look like Shinobi is making another rotation all the way around the backside of the map. And as you can tell from the mini-map, the objective right here in the dead center. And Scopey quickly finding right pick there. And man, those footsteps have got to be messing with right pick.
Echo 4, Echo 4.
Wait, you're behind me?
And again, Distorted thinking Ree is close by, but happens to be upstairs, and Distorted finding that kill onto Ree and making this a 3v2. Soldiers and Messino still left up here in the center. And Shinobi looking for Soldiers and finds him on objective. Chowie rotating quickly. And Distorted quickly refragging on Goddess Shinobi. As still a 2v1. Chowie last member left on the offense. And so much to cover, and these guys are bouncing around like crazy. And Messino and Chowie going at it, with Messino coming out victorious on that battle there. Raptors taking round 1 once again here on map number 2.
Good job, Raptors.
Yeah, it was, man. And man, it's got to be hard. I mean, we've played this map, and to determine where the footsteps are they above you, are they below you, are they room next to you, it's so hard to pinpoint that. And that's where you saw a lot of confusion coming from, as the lasers were bouncing around, up and down, side to side. And man, that becomes nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it does.
And as you can tell, folks, it's a newer custom map, so we don't. It's not a league map. It's not played very often from a lot of these guys. Some might play it more often than others, but there's not a lot of planning involved. As you can tell, the rounds are very quick in between. Intermissions are very quick. It's just get in there and hey, I'm gonna run this way. I'm gonna run that way. Let's just hope for the best.
They should have the whole team doing it, man.
I mean, well, yeah, the whole team should, but yeah.
Looks like Raptors choosing to get a little bit of elevation this time, as they are lining up on Shinobi, and both of them taking him out.
Echo 3, Echo 3.
And wow, Raptors just picking these guys apart. Right pick finding another, looking for Rambo. As you can see, the rotation both back to objective. They do not want to get capped on.
It's a really good angle here, so don't take it.
And 203 coming out, not connecting. Scope and Rambo both just sitting in the objective room. And Soldiers finding Rambo through the window. Scope last up. Now they could use this advantage. 5 up, 5v1 to try to get this cap off. Lots of pre-fire while Rypick tries to make his way into the objective room. Rotating around. Scope just needs to die, as he does. And 5 up offense.
Could have probably jumped right here. That's the thing.
Wow, GT. That was crazy. That was crazy good there by the Raptors, as they found their way into a high elevation and just started picking off one at a time.
Yeah, Lampy, they came out swinging again, and once they realized they had the upper hand being up top, they just started taking them out one by one.
Yeah, and then I mean, that's Raptor style right there as well. They love to find the kink in the chain, right, in your defense. Once they pick you from one area, they're just pouncing on that area. They're going to keep pushing from that side, and they're going to surround you, and you're just going to have nowhere to go. And again, if you haven't seen, hopefully you got into the predictions of map number 2. Who do you believe is going to win map number 2 here between Resurgence and Raptors? And congratulations to those who bet on Resurgence on map number 1. And objective here in
We're hosting.
the
What is it? Oh, it's
this wide open building. This is a tough one. It's very lit, and you're looking out to dark areas. So this is one of those you have to push out, I believe, and try to find some dark hidden spots outside the building. Because staying inside that window on a black uniform, man, it's just you know, you're just standing out there, you know, in the spotlights, basically. Easy to be picked.
Yeah, I agree. I really, really hate this OBJ.
Yes, it's a tough one. As you can see, the elevation coming out, distorted, finding scope. And distorted is correct.
Dude, I saw his body drop slowly. I'm like, they're picking him up.
Comes the revive. Oh, he does pick up the confirmation there. And as you can see, the height elevation that Ree is trying to get the advantage on here. Multiple levels up. Soldiers nearby. Rypick out a little bit wider. As you can look at the mini-map and look at the defense is a straight line across. They're just blocking the map. And then one behind in case somebody does sneak around the backside. Very good setup there from the Raptors.
I know, right?
Do have some aggression coming from Chowie here as he's making his way from the north end, looking to see exactly where that objective is.
You're very short, man. You know that? You're shorter.
Very shortest. Like, so short that you're short.
Like this angle from Marksman. I was just going to say he's able to see down below. Nice little angle there as Marksman picks up Shinobi on the bottom platform.
That was a good spot.
It is a good spot. Little double duty. And Chowie getting danger close here to the objective building. Right next to Distorted. Distorted a nice spot to be able to see this stairway. Another nice pick there. Distorted gonna push it, thinking maybe Chowie wasn't left alone. Messino pre-firing. And Rhea and Rypick going at it as they do trade. Rainbow healing himself there with the syringe after he was tagged with a few bullets. Rainbow all by himself, 1v3 here against the Raptors. Moving up towards the objective building. Distorted should be hearing these footsteps as he does. Quickly pay attention now. Rainbow picking up one, looking for possible cap here. Getting inside, but does get shot in the back from Marksman, and great pounce from the Raptors as they are taking an early 3-0 lead on map number 2 here. We got ourselves a battle.
Ooh, man. Raptors didn't like the score in Subway, so I think they they needed to step it up a little bit.
Yeah, and here in the summer showdown of the IVRL, it is map wins, so we're not worried. They're not worried too much about round wins. I know Resurgence took a 5-1 lead there on map number 1, but all that matters is they won map number 1. It could have been 5-4, 5-0. Doesn't matter here in the summer showdown. And same goes for map number 2. Now, you know, if Raptors win this 5-0, we still go to a map 3. If Raptors win at 5-4, we still go to a map 3. It's all about map wins. But Resurgence have their work cut out of them. They're going to have to grab 5 out of the next 4 and to try to take this win. But Raptors looking good right now, and man, they are very coordinated, and they must have been playing this map because I feel like they've got some nice little spots, seeing some nice angles. Been doing their research.
You can get angles on them. All right, be careful of these ramps. If you're going up, run across.
Just watch the pushes. Just watch the pushes.
the objective does stay in the same spots. That tough shadowed building. Let's see what the defense is going to have in store. As Messino quickly pushing this side. I've never fallen off the edge. I'm guessing that's going to have to be in the mind of Messino here, as he's probably going to have to take this inner side of the pillar. Shots ringing out, looking for Rambo, does not get him. Paying attention to the shots now, about to interact with Messino. Deciding not to, going to stay hidden. Use this more of an ambush instead of a one-on-one battle. And again, you can see a few of the Raptors taking those higher elevation spots, really looking down onto the objective and objective area. Does look like the Raptors decided all to take multiple levels, as Messino on the ground floor, Distorted on the second floor, and we got a few up high on the third floor. Messino inching closer to Ree as he is hearing those footsteps and possibly be into a gunfight here.
Raptors are definitely taking it a lot slower this round.
Yeah, they are. They have a good lead, and they know the map's not... It's not so big that, you know, you have to run in open areas, but they can really take their time. Quick peek from Ree, grabbing Messino and ducking back under cover. It's good patience there by Ree, as he could have gotten aggressive and saw this opening and pushed and tried to flank him, but he's going to sit and hold his line. I think both teams just got a little more serious here, as it's now 3-0. Raptors, you know, all they need to do is get through this offensive push with a win, and they go back on defense for the last possible point in the match. And I think, you know, in the minds of Resurgence, they're in the same thought concept here, as we cannot give up our defense here and go on to offense with the last point. Still 3.5 minutes left here in round number 4. Do they know? Go ahead.
I know there's one down there though.
Ree's doing the right thing by not pushing. You know, there are so many levels right there that,
yeah,
you know, you wouldn't even know where to look.
Exactly. You know, hearing those footsteps, he doesn't know they're on the other side of the container or up above. But they do know Ree is here somewhere based on the kill from Messino, as good push from Distorted, as he did a nice flash push onto Ree.
Was that 4 still or 3 or?
Clearing out the north here as Rypix moving his way around. Chowie finding one.
Minus one.
That's a dark little tunnel right there. Little cubby by Chowie.
I mean, the thing with the big guy.
Scope coming over here trying to steal Chowie's kill, just in case he's just down. Just in case Chowie missed that one.
Playing dead.
Do have a push here from a Marksman and Soldiers on the other side. Marksman, I believe, seeing Scope. Is he running that M203 once again? And looks like he is. Waiting for that right time to pop that 8E frag.
Holy fuck, man. Just skating, man.
Does he have the frag? Has not used it yet.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
My boy!
Same generator, same generator.
Dude, I
That is a nasty spot by Chowie there. Really tough to deal with as he sits tucked in that corner. Super dark corner as Soldiers finding Shinobi. Charlie rotating back around, looking for that as Soldier's going to push into objective room. A little bit of pre-fire, trying to push and get a better angle. And Marksman and Chowie do trade as we are down to 1v2, both in front. Soldier's finding one, all down the scope. And Soldier's finding another one. Wow, what a finish there by Soldiers as he picks up the last two on objective.
Awesome job by Soldiers.
That was. And good work there on the other side by Chowie, sitting in that dark little alleyway, popping out, picking out a few. Shinobi back on them same spots I believe Marksman played last round in them safety boats, and Marksman, or one of those guys, was ready for that. They were looking, they flashed it, you know, they shot in between them. I think they were waiting for that one. Good patience by Ree early in the round as he sat behind that container, picked up one and just kind of waited. But then good, you know, refrag there by the offense, and that's what the Raptors do. You know, they know if you're in a spot, they're going to do whatever they can to clear that spot out. And, you know, a little flash push there early on, grab that kill as well. And a lot of good action here. And, you know, Raptors really put it to them in C-Storm. They must have been doing their homework on this map. They have a lot of good angles and know the lines to push. And we are going to be in round number 5 here, as Raptors going on defense to possibly take map number 2 here. This could be map point for them.
701.
Holy shit, so Insurgent was specialist. Huh. Look at that. Yeah, look at General. He changed his name to specialist.
Across the way, they could spawn that way, I believe.
Good job. I'm gonna say that. You know.
And built-in sound effects do come from the Raptors. Early shots ringing out from Rypick, looking for Rambo. Rambo quickly peeking back and grabbing Rypick. And does look like the offense is making a quick push as they take down 2 on objective. Massino here, Marksman, the last guy left. And looking for this cap as Marksman pick up 1. They are being surrounded. Scopio on objective 2 behind. And shots ringing out as Rambo pushing up and through, and we have a possible cap opportunity. And Distorted last up, too far away. Rambo's going to get this cap if Distorted does stay alive long enough. And there is the cap. What a job there by Resurgence.
Good cap.
Was good. They just flew in there. I mean, straight aggression. And I think that was a bit of the plan, maybe catch the Raptors, you know, off guard there a little bit and just push with aggression, guns up, and smokes out. And it worked out for them as they cleared out objective. You know, you throw enough guys at the objective, and there's probably only going to be 2 or 3 directly on objective. So if you throw all 5 at, you know, you do have that advantage of jumping in there and getting that cap off quick.
Exactly.
And these guys, again, wasting no time. And another quick spawn here. And pretty sure you can see free fire coming out. They don't care if they know where they're at or not. Free fire coming out. M203 coming out. Does not hit anybody right in the doorway. Marksman pushing up. Danger close. Lots of lasers in this area. We got 2 gonna push around the backside. It looks like they're planning to, you know, keep these guys busy out front. And Ree taking down Marksman here, getting that first kill. Shots ringing out from Rypick off to the edge. Scope gonna try to counterflank this. Rambo downing himself, or no, downing Chowie.
Killed 2 teammates.
And all the shots ringing out. Massino going to be rushing objective here. 2v2. Rambo right inside.
Jesus, fuck, this map's a mess.
And there is the kill. Wow, what a timed kill.
Nice.
Wow. And I don't know if, I mean, I don't think that was planned.
Yeah, I don't think that team kill, it really threw him off.
Yes, it did. And Raptors pounced at the same time, both grabbing that last kill. And you know, that's just that extra chemistry, I believe, that they earn over time. And they were, you know, possibly watching each other, one watching the other. One's like, oh, I'm pushing, you're pushing, let's go, you know, and both grabbing that kill at the same time. And Resurgence with the unfortunate team kill there. Rambo blowing a C4, taking down Chowie and injuring another, getting that revive. And that's just like you said, you're not expecting it. It throws your whole, you know, mental, you know, perspective off.
Yeah, it throws your game off.
It does. It's so unfortunate. And we are going to be heading into a map 3 decider here, folks. Does look like they are going to be jumping out and re-hosting. So we'll throw you in a quick intermission and we'll be back here on map number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we are heading to map number 3, which is a match decider basically. And what's going to happen on this one, folks, it is going to be the first to 3 points. So not like map number 1 or map number 2. It is first to 3 points on this one, and we are heading to nothing I've casted before, and we are heading to Confined. And waiting on one more of the rappers to jump in, as it is a prison, as GT was telling me. Hey, at least I can stay on the outside. A prison with a rooftop. Looks like a maze. And then you got nice tight quarters, bunch of rooms. It's not going to be a caster friendly type of a map. Who picked this one, Minion? Looks like we do have everybody in. But yes, Confined for the match decider here, folks. First to 3 points. And how it works is whoever has the, and depending on who wants to pick home and away, is whoever had the most points scored throughout the first 2 maps. So that's going to be Resurgence, as they went up 7-6 in total points. So that's where the total points still plays here in the IVRL Summer Showdown. They get to choose first if they want to be home or away. If they want to be Volk or Marsoc here on map number 3. And it does look like they chose to be defense. They're going to be Volk here on map number 3. But it's first to 3. So a cap is huge, obviously. You know, puts you, only 1 point away. So that is one thing that is Resurgence going to have to be worried about, is hopefully the Raptors do not get a cap.
It looks like a fucking handball play.
Above us or below us? I don't know.
Where's the objective, dude? It's right here. It's downstairs. It's downstairs.
As you can hear the Resurgence team members saying that They have no idea where they're at. And we are going to have some fun here as we are in some quick action. Soldiers taking shots towards the defense already through multiple doorways. And again, a bit of pre-fire coming out. Shinobi and Messino getting danger close to each other as Scope has Shinobi's back.
Yeah, they're flanking from up top.
And Messino finding one.
Good kill, good kill. Echo full.
Distorted upstairs, looking down. Shots from Shinobi finding one. Scope finding another. And Soldiers finding another upstairs. And shots ringing out. Soldiers looking for Scope, but Scope getting Soldiers. And right pick, danger close, finding Scope on that refrag, and it is a 2v1. And shots ringing out. Chowie grabbing that one, and we are down to a 1-1 here. Distorted versus Chowie. Distorted still upstairs. Chowie looking everywhere at every doorway. But you can see the laser of Distorted. Can he find the feet of Chowie? Chowie not sure. And will Chowie take this upstairs? Will he stay downstairs? He's going to stay near objective as he knows the cap cannot happen. If the cap happens, it's going to be detrimental. I wonder if you can cap from up here. Can you cap above the uplink? A good question.
I don't think you can.
Distorted finding his way down here. Now Chowie's in a good spot sitting behind this box. If he can react fast enough to Distorted, he does tend to move this way or not. Chowie looking in this other room. Oh man, I'm gonna hit everything. And Chowie grabbing that last kill onto Distorted. Resurgence taking round number 1 here on map number 3. Wow, that was a lot of action early on. A ton. And what was cool is I liked how a couple of the Raptors got up on the rooftop, basically looking through the grates up top, really picking up a couple kills on that way. And if you didn't already, make sure you jump into the channel points and bet on who you believe is going to win map number 3.
Not a sound.
And offense only 2 points away from winning map number 3 and this round. And Rypick grabbing one, Shinobi grabbing another. And they are right next to objective. I mean, they are on it. They want to go for this cap. And Soldiers taking a battle, but could not pick up Rambo. And Scopey also taking down one, and they are on objective. Could be over here, folks, as Messino last up. Rambo going for this cap, but they killed him. They killed him, and no taps or no communication, but wow, Raptors still alive there. Easily could have been over in another second or so, GT. But without that communication from the Resurgence side on the cap about to happen, the kill came out, and Messino very happy to be killed there, as giving them a chance to come back here. Down 2-0 on map number 3. First to 3 takes it. Wow, that was a quick spawn. I mean, they were only a room or two away from objective, and they crashed and crashed hard.
Man, I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah, you can't just like hold a corner because they're just gonna blink around the corner.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee it.
They for sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. I'll stay over there behind that wall.
And this is about as far as you can get away on
I told you I had a game.
Messino pushing quickly up and grabbing one. Distorted grabbing another.
Killed one, Echo 4.
And Chowie picking up one as he sits in the prisons.
Really bad at this game.
This might be worse than Cargo. This might be tougher than Cargo. Chowie picking up one as well, and the pre-fire coming out from Soldiers. Marksman looking for Chowie, but Distorted picks him up with that kill.
Two for me.
Again, 4 shots.
And Rambo and Distorted getting into it, but Distorted only down. Or Rambo only down. Shots ringing out from Soldiers as he's trying to pick up Chowie on the pre-fire. And Marksman picks him up from the backside, and Raptors hanging on to it with an offensive win here, taking round number 3 here on map number 3. Whew. I'm just gonna have to stay in POV because there's no way I'm gonna be able to fly and keep up with all this action. So hopefully it's not too nauseating for y'all out there. But man, what a map and what quick action. This is like, you know, 3 times the size of Cargo, but plays just like Cargo. No time at all wasted here as we getting into the next round, round number 4 here on map number 3. Raptors do need to hold this one down so they can have a chance to take this match.
I mean, let's.
No way. Okay. Is that check?
Distorted upstairs already. Gonna hold down this defense up here with Rypick. And footsteps are being heard. Rypick and Chowie trading. 2 shots come out. Another trade comes out.
Traded up top. He's dead. He's got a buddy up here.
Marksman going down to Shinobi. Soldiers picking up one near objective. And there is Shinobi's push on objective, picking up Soldiers for the last kill, and round number 4 and map number 3 going to Resurgence. Victory for Resurgence here. And that is it, folks. What a win, and they're from Resurgence on the map 3 decider as we took it to Confined. And you saw that there. If you have not played it, man, what a lot of action. Just like a Cargo. Great push from both sides. There's a lot of snapshots and reactions, and man, that would be a tough map for me to play as I am not that fast. But we want to thank everybody for coming here this evening. I am Lampy28. Here with me was GT for YouTube View as my co-caster. Want to thank him as well, and all of you. Week 4, the Summer Showdown, going to Resurgence, 2 maps to 1, and total score of 10-7. Close matchup, lots of fun, lots of good action. Hope you enjoyed it here this evening. GT, anything for the folks at home before we head out?
No, thanks for watching, and I hope I can do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. I love having you, and love to have that extra commentator in here, that extra friend. But we're going to call it for this evening. I am Lampy28. Have a good night, folks, and God bless.